VRChat has this cool thing called avatars. You can make your own or just borrow one, as long as it follows terms of service. Or not, nobody really cares anymore.
There are some main styles of avatar that you'll find in VRChat, from anime avatars to furries to memes.
But there's one style of avatar tucked away in the deep dark corners of VRChat, somewhere that few unlucky souls dare to even go. That is, corporate avatars. Jesus Christ, get it off my screen.
Okay, I've got two questions. Why do these things exist, and why are they so goddamn horrifying?
To answer the first question, that's easy.
Money!
Let's go back a couple of years before the crypto fall. Hint, hint.
Zuck was and continues to hype up the Metaverse, a virtual world where people will hang out and do things.
Like VRChat.
Unlike VRChat though, his dream is for people to not just hang out and have fun, but to buy things, like NFTs, those horrible AI-generated art pieces.
But they don't have to be just shitty JPEGs. After all, you can make anything digital an NFT. So some people got the bright idea to sell things like digital land, digital avatars, and collectible trading cards of ISIS.
Zuck's wishes were quickly picked up by the media and blown way out of proportion, quickly getting an absurd amount of press coverage. This brought the concept of the metaverse into the eyes of countless people who are lucky enough to live in first world countries. To companies, hype means money, and soon it seemed like every corporate entity and basement scammer were trying to cash in on the craze.
Naturally, public interest made its way to VRChat, arguably the closest thing that we have to a metaverse. Minus all the weird microtransaction stuff, if I can even call a $26,000 hoodie a microtransaction.
With the know-how, you can create anything that you want in VRChat. Enjoy Dark Souls? Chill in Firelink Shrine as Nikocado, or pretend to be your favorite Final Fantasy character, you fucking weeb. VRChat is incredibly popular, so it really wasn't long before companies put two and two together to try and monetize it with NFTs.
One of these companies is Ready Player Me. The concept is simple. Create a web app that allows users to make and export avatars to every platform possible with the ability to add third-party assets in the form of NFTs. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, there's a catch. They all look like this.
Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head.
It is the single most horrifically sanitized art style that I think I've ever seen.
VRChat has been around for a while, and in that time, the community has established the default aesthetic for an avatar. You know as well as I do exactly what I'm talking about.
Scantily clad women, way over the top e-boys, you get the picture. When you let people make whatever they want, it will inevitably become hypersexualized. I think Aristotle said that or some shit.
While I can't say that I'm a fan of going into a public lobby and seeing stuff like this everywhere, it's simply the norm in VRChat.
These avatars come from a beautiful but flawed system called capitalism.
Custom avatars are cool. It gives you a way to represent yourself exactly as you want, and when you want a custom avatar, you've got some options. There are the free routes like Ready Player Me and Vroid, or just go hard mode and learn Blender and Unity to make your own. Then there's the paid options.
You can use websites like Booth or Gumroad to buy a base model and accessories for that base. Now, this method requires a bit of time on your end because you're going to have to learn some Unity basics to get everything working right. But what's wrong with a bit of personal growth? Or instead of learning anything, you can pay an independent creator for a completely custom avatar.
And this is where the problems come in. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Something like VRChat has never existed before. There have been other online spaces where you can experience things that people have made, but nothing quite hits like being in a world that somebody put time and effort into, in avatars that someone created while in VR with your entire body represented in the game.
It's incredibly immersive, and that's why you see people with 30,000 plus hours in this game. Or they've got other issues, I really don't know.
The video that you're watching was made by someone. The world that I filmed this in was made by someone. And the avatar that I used was made by a close friend. VRChat is the culmination of people's hard work and effort. That's what makes stuff like this possible. And there's something deeply unsettling to me about a large corporation coming into this space and attempting to take away part of that puzzle, especially when the stuff that they make looks like this.
To be clear, I don't have a problem with people who use these avatars. They're probably just in VRChat to have fun, and these avatars are a quick and easy way to have an avatar that's unique to you.
But it becomes a much bigger issue when large companies make moves that can impact independent creators. I've met many great independent creators in VRChat, from Fia to Naku, Corbell, and Wait. While video creators and musicians like them may not be directly affected, I can't imagine a show being great when everyone in the audience looks this lifeless. In my eyes, it directly takes something away from the experience. Never mind the impact to people who make a living off of creating avatars.
VRChat has been nicknamed the Wild West time and time again for a reason. The freedom of the platform is incredible, and to some creators, it's everything.
While I really am not a fan of how some people choose to represent themselves here, it's kind of cringe seeing every girl look like this and every guy look like this. It's their freedom to choose that keeps the wheels turning. The more that avatar creation becomes consolidated by large companies, the less and less you will see of the creative side of VRChat that we all know and enjoy, even if some of the stuff that you do see here is little more than a joke.
But wait, isn't Vroid ran by a massive Japanese corporation? Why don't I hate on them? Vroid avatars have a huge market for accessories made by independent creators on Booth, rather than using NFTs like Ready Player Me. This leaves room for independent creators to grow instead of forcing them to use a technology that nobody really asked for in the first place.
Independent creators are the ones truly at risk when large companies make their money moves, and I think we'd all prefer keeping VRChat as independent as possible. If you've used a Ready Player Me avatar in the past, let me know your thoughts down below. And if you enjoyed this video, thank my patrons for helping make content creation possible for me. I'm truly grateful for your support.